What's up, YouTube? This is Gamma Prime with another work in progress creator's commentary video for Super Luigi Land 2. And we are revisiting World 3 from the top. Because stuff has happened. If you've been following the main channel, then you know about the whole BitLocker thing. And I thought for sure I was going to have to cancel this hack because I would have lost a lot of progress. Because my computer had to be reset. After all that. Get away from me. Yeah, I had to... What I ended up having to do is recreate from the videos I'd made several levels. I thought I was gonna kill that. Okay. But I had to recreate the levels using my YouTube videos I'd made them. And Cursed Goomba. I guess for dang it. Okay, well, the whole BitLocker thing, I was going on, dwelling on it too much, overthinking, getting into some conspiratorial places, trying to figure out why the whole thing happened, and thinking, oh, dang it! Thinking such things as Nintendo orchestrated it, because they've been getting more aggressive against emulation. They've been going after emulation again and taking down YouTube videos of gameplay. And what also kind of triggered that was my stepdad doesn't really understand ROM hacking or game modding. So he didn't think it sounded like a good thing to do. But then again, it's gotta be really tough to explain such a thing like a more modern video gaming concept to someone who hasn't played a video game since the Intellivision. In the early 80s. I've done this thing before. This little gimmick where you hide the key behind something. And I don't know if the stream's gonna pick up that little flash that happened when the P-switch wore off, but that is a glitch that's caused by the most recent build of ad music that I needed to install. Under the ROM, because certain songs needed it. And some of the code did something with IRQ or whatever. Advanced stuff with code that I do not know how to mess with, so I would have no way of fixing that. Getting anywhere near the IRQ in the Super Nintendo is probably some pretty advanced level coding to do that correctly and not break stuff. But yeah, this is probably the closest to one-to-one that these recreations are, but they're not perfect one-to-one recreations for these levels, so I had to go off of whatever, like, low resolution that the SNES 9X video recorder puts out, and then, you know, what YouTube further does. YouTube's compression algorithms, whatever, made it look a little more grainy. So, yeah, so I had to kind of look at that, like count how many blocks, if that was possible. We didn't always get it right. So the levels aren't one-to-one. But, so you know, it's good enough. As long as they still generally flow correctly, or flow the way they should, and they're still fun, still playable. Because I lost the original version of those videos. Thanks a lot, Microsoft. So, what happened? What was this whole thing about? Well, Microsoft kind of snuck this thing in where my drive would be encrypted. You know, to protect it from a hacker or whatever. And the key should have been stored in my Microsoft account, but it wasn't. But why did the thing trigger in the first place? Well, it's because I guess HP pushed out some sort of BIOS update with a Windows update. And one of my theories was that that wasn't a real BIOS update, that was actually a hack. Someone was able to, I guess, inject like a malicious thing that somebody somehow, some hacker, injected into the Windows update pipeline. And people were telling me, you know, that is very difficult to do. Like, the Windows update pipeline is very secure. And the main reason why I even came to suspect a hack, it wasn't just me that suspected a possible hack, but my parents did too, because when I tried to get the access the key in my Microsoft account from my stepdad's laptop, he was trying to help me get this thing sorted out too. Like, he's the one who ended up taking the computer into the shop, try to fix this whole problem, but I saw the phone number tied to my Microsoft account was linked to this ThugGirl420, which is not my Microsoft handle. It's not my handle anywhere online. It's not a handle I even think to use. Okay, now originally this had a bomb bro here, but it was glitching out because I had to rebuild and reinstall stuff into the old version of the hack that I had on SD card before I moved things to my SSD, not knowing what Microsoft had planned. Assuming this was not just an accident that happened on Microsoft's part. Could have been. Yeah. Okay, got the green switches. I'm gonna go ahead and get the regular exit, so we'll hopefully not take any damage. These guys are tough because they jump, and if you just do a regular jump on them, they will be stunned for a little bit, but they'll get back up, kind of like a dry bones. They are an enemy from Super Mario Land. Pion P, I think. Based on like a monster from Chinese folklore called a Yangshi. Still don't know much about it. I still haven't Wikipedia'd it. Anyway, could, but other things have taken priority. Like activating a new debit card. Because my previous one had expired. So that's a thing I had to do. And that was kind of a pain in the butt to do. Because, I had to go through bureaucracies to do it. I just had to make sure that I can do things like pay my phone bill and now a Walmart Plus subscription because so I can get my groceries actually delivered, which is very handy for someone who can't drive. Which is another reason why my stepdad had to take my computer to the shop instead of me doing it myself because okay, maybe not go for those points now that I died. But, okay. That's probably more interesting new stuff to talk about once I get to the new levels, but... And then that's... What I was saying about my stepdad, is thinking that ROM hacking doesn't seem like the right thing to do. That is why I thought Nintendo had this deliberately. They did this, or had Microsoft do this, or did somebody hack me for whatever reason? Blocking me out of my computer, I don't know what would have benefited them, but... My mom tried to link it to family drama. Because I kind of know that ThugGirl420 sounds more like a username my little sister would use. And she's had a strained relationship with my mother since 2021. This level. Okay, this is the level that forced me to upgrade to Add Music K to the latest build of Add Music K anyway because of the song I used here. And that's what kind of broke things in the old ROM. Or broke things with the little, like, split-second graphical glitch that happens when a P-switch or star runs out. Down here is the reason you want to press that green switch. Do I want those coins up there? Yes, I do. And yeah, you may have noticed that the dry bones wear different shoes based on their behavior. I did this before in Super Mario Bros. Vanilla Islands, the dry bones in that game, and I said, you know what, I want to do it again here. So I did. I think that one jump might be possible without a cape feather, but if it is, it's very difficult. Or it's a tricky jump, but so I just do it with a cape feather. And just like always, the cape is kind of overpowered. Yeah, the ones that throw bones have green shoes, the ones that just walk have red shoes. and there'll be another variant later on. But yeah, the drama really, I guess, kind of broke my friendship with the Cursed Goomba. Because he just could not take my venting anymore. So he kicked me out of his server and blocked me. Until I improved with the whole venting thing and getting too conspiratorial when bad stuff happened. So I guess I'm just a little too crazy for him. But I still want to rekindle that friendship because he was fun to hang out with. And I hope he doesn't, like, totally hate me now. But yeah, this is another bit of influence he had on this hack. The fact that I chose this song. I rarely do fully sampled music. Use fully sampled music in my own project. But I was getting comments from people that the original song I used here, which was Phantom Forest from the unsampled port of Phantom Forest from Final Fantasy VI, didn't really fit. And then I remembered Goomba recommending I use this song, Dreamy Somnum Labyrinth from Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Like, you know what? I'll use it. It might fit better than I've got a spare. Than the Phantom Forest. My other option was going to be Moonlight River from SMW CP2. And if you think I should go with that one, comment. But if not, I'm just gonna stick with what I got now. Anyway, there's the... Oh shoot, I missed a couple points. It doesn't matter. And this is where, well, I had technically finished this level 2. After... Oh, forgot that was a semi-solid. For the whole BitLocker thing, but I wasn't too satisfied with that version, so I was like, you know what, I'll just rebuild it from scratch. And that's what I did. Yeah. Yep, saw the green stews, so I knew he was probably gonna throw something. Because they do that. Pumpkin from newer Super Mario Bros. Wii. Yes, a very well-loved mod of Super Mario Bros. Wii. So yeah. So this is where we get to see more mushrooms, because this was kind of supposed to be a haunted forest for mushrooms. You know, it's like I have this background I did back in like 2011, and I'll kind of mix it with the vanilla foliage background that I did. They work nicely. They work well together. The giant mushrooms. I did add a little shading that wasn't there before. I felt like it needed it. Yeah, I wasn't sure how the fog would play with... Oh, I ran right into that. But I wasn't sure how the fog would play with the goal sequence, so I just made a separate room for the goal. Oh, and another thing I've done is I've nuked the timer. There is no timer in this game. And part of the timer's purpose was to kind of be a way to score points, and this game has no score either, so I said, you know what? I'll nuke the timer. And yeah, there's a new type of dry bones in here, that's the yellow shoe dry bones that kind of act like Hammer Brothers in that they throw their bones in an arc like Hammer Bro hammers. And yeah, this is level like to just when you thought that hanging lanterns were just decorative, these ones are actually shooting at you. And I was kind of torn for a little bit as to whether I'd have them be... as to whether I'd have those things be hanging lanterns, like ghostly lanterns that shoot ghostly flames, or boo statues that shoot ghostly flames. But I ended up going with the lanterns. That is, yeah. And here is your reward for keeping a feather this whole time, by being able to get that. We have one more level. Now, originally I was even going to have a variant of the dry bones that threw boomerangs, or threw their bones like boomerangs. But I couldn't get those working. So I ended up just kind of scrapping that idea. I ended up just not having them in the game. I don't know if it was because of how bugged things got, because I had to rebuild things due to the BitLocker or what. Yeah. Probably a good idea to just kind of hug that wall and come down. These, they're kind of like boo streams that circle around the points. So, boo rings, but not quite boo rings. And yeah, I just felt like the darkness spotlight effects just felt appropriate for this world, you know, being all spooky and everything. And the fact that we were going into October as I was finishing this up just also felt kind of appropriate, given the whole, like, kind of haunted theme of this whole world. I mean, booze everywhere. Ah! Man, I'm getting the crap kicked out. Oh! I'm getting the crap kicked out of me in this room. Alright. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. I thought I had a spare power. Gotta be a little more careful in here now because I don't need to worry about those, really, because I died, so... Ouch. Okay. Those things can't... Ooh! And I died again! Do I need to farm power-ups? Hopefully not. Yeah, after I got this done, then I started to realize, you know what, I'm gonna have to... Looks like I'm going to start encountering other bugs. I'm like, you know what, looks like I'm gonna have to port this ROM. And I had to port the ROM, so... I ended up doing that. And there were, like, all kinds of weird bugs, like... like tweaking the dry bones thrown bone projectile the wrong way caused it to crash the game because something else got broken, like nested rat tags or something, inflicting code. They decided to just a couple of ASM hacks that SMW Central members suggested I install to try to fix the issue with the graphical glitch that happened when the P-switch wore off. They didn't help, and they probably made things worse in hindsight, so I didn't install them after porting her on. And I was also having weird things happen with the ball and chain. Now, let's go take a look at World War. So, since I started it, why not? Let's do this. Some of those blocks are looking kind of sus. But they're kind of animating out of sync with the others. That is because they are pile driver micro Goombas. And this song sounds familiar. It's because Amelia used it in Luigi and the Mysterious Portals for the desert level in that. And during the Summer C3, Ladies Man 217 recorded it, made it available for everyone. Because he originally made it for I'm Amelia, and made it public for everyone to use. And I'm like, you know what? I want to use it. The desert theme from Super Mario 3. Then get out of my way. I want that Yoshi. Move it, Pokey. Quickly cactus butt. You know what? My Yoshi's hungry now. And yeah, this music actually kind of inspired my choices of enemies for this because the first time I heard this was in another hack in Amelia with yet another Mario hack, which I played an old demo of a while back when I first heard this before. That. And the level had a bunch of Pile Driver micro Goombas. Oh no! My Yoshi just sank in quicksand. That's okay. Get another one right there. Because Yoshi does make this level. You are animating out of sync with the other blocks. You're just giving yourself away, buddy. Pile driver. And yes, Yoshi can eat them. Ow. Ah, you can't run away now. I can't get those. Oh yes, I can. Yep, there is a Yoshi coin among those. I was considering making an Among Us joke, but it just wasn't. I just couldn't make it. And I know Among Us memes are not cool anymore, because it's not 2021 anymore, but whatever. And I'm not, and I would hope that Gen Alpha start watching this, because they're too young. Except maybe like the oldest Gen Alphas are now over 13. They're very old. If you consider Gen Alpha to have started in 2010. One more level. 4-2. This kind of caused somewhat of a designer's block. I went through several iterations. And these Bob-omb Bros, which were glitching in my old ROM, but they work fine now. And I'd also run into an issue with those guys. They crashed the game until somebody on SMW Central gave me a fix. But then because I wasn't the only one encountering that problem, because it was being caused by the routine it was using for that. It was not compatible with AddMusic, latest build of AddMusic K for some reason. Which resulted in game crashes. And I was thinking that I was gonna have to cancel the hack again. Because just when I get around the whole, just when I recover from the whole BitLocker thing, then I end up with a game-breaking glitch that I don't know how to fix. And I don't always trust that people on Super Mario World Central will be willing to help, because sometimes they kind of ignore me. When I ask for help and stuff. But they don't answer as fast as I'd like. I mean, it's just because I'm not patient. But yeah. Thankfully, I managed to get the Bob-omb Koopas fixed so I could use them for that level. And keep them in the World 1 castle. Anyway, that's all for now. See you next time.